Last month, we told you that the FDA is banning red dye number 3, and this morning we're taking a closer look at that ban, what's next, and what this could mean for other artificial food dyes.
ABC Action News reporter Larissa Scott has been working on this. She joins us live in studio this morning with the latest. Larissa, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Andrew and Dia. Experts say this ban of red dye number 3 has been a long time coming, and now some groups are pushing the FDA to reconsider other dyes too.
Red dye number 3 is an artificial food coloring. It can be found in things like candies, cookies, cereals, drinks, and medicine. The FDA banned the use of it in food and drugs last month because high concentrations of this dye were shown to cause cancer in rats, although the FDA says they haven't found that it's caused cancer in humans. Local pediatrician Dr. David Berger tells us there are a lot of unknowns.
Not a single piece of research has ever been done on humans. So we just don't know.
The FDA says that companies have until January 15, 2027 to remove it from food and January 18, 2028 to remove it from drugs. So what does that mean for the foods you currently have in your pantry? That's a question we asked Berger.
If it's in your pantry and you've been consuming it or your kid's been consuming it, do I think you need to throw a package away? Or could you maybe just choose differently the next time you buy it? I think it's fine from that perspective. I don't know if I would waste money.
Red dye number 3 is something you typically find in processed foods.
Ultimately, those are things that we would want you to avoid or limit in your diet anyway.
Some people we've talked to tell us they have concerns about what's allowed in our foods.
And I remember growing up and loving red licorice and those little roundabout things. And yeah, I mean, I don't think we need it.
Well, I have concerns about these dyes in general.
Advocates of the red dye number 3 ban say this is a victory and hope it's just the first one.
If we can't get there just yet, at least give people a warning label.
Supporters of the ban have been pushing the FDA to also look into its regulation of red dye number 40 and certain yellow, blue, and green dyes that have some chemical similarities to red dye number 3. The FDA has recently been working to improve its process for assessing chemicals in foods, so some experts believe that means other dyes could be next. Berger tells us ultimately consumers can have an impact on what happens next.
It's still a consumer-based market. So if the consumer is deciding not to purchase something, then that hits the bottom dollar of the manufacturer, then they pay attention to it.
Now, ultimately, doctors encourage you to take some time, do your own research, read the labels in the grocery store, and make the decision that feels best for you and your family about what you consume. Dia?
All right.